But we begin just hours away from somber memorials and remembrances observing the 20th anniversary of the 9/11 attacks that launched the country's longest war. Not only is the Taliban still in Afghanistan, the terror group is now in charge. And according to the Biden administration, they're cooperating with the U.S. so far, so much so, the Biden National Security Council labeled the Taliban, quote, businesslike and professional. Meantime, it has been 2 decades without a conviction for the accused architect of the attacks. He and 4 others are involved in pretrial hearings this week at Guantanamo Bay, Cuba, the infamous military prison known as Gitmo, a prison that now 4 administrations have said they would eventually close. It has not closed, and Gitmo is where Pentagon reporter Lucas Tomlinson is tonight. Good evening, Lucas.
Good evening, Brett. 20 years after 9/11, there has still not been a trial for those accused of planning it, including mastermind Khalid Sheikh Mohammed.
Pre-trial hearings dragging on nearly a decade at the U.S. military's death penalty case held exclusively here in Guantanamo Bay, Cuba. Fox News and selected members of the press granted access inside the maximum security courtroom, along with 10 family members of 9/11 victims, all sitting behind thick, reinforced glass. 15 years ago, KSM, his nephew, and a dozen other men transferred to Gitmo from CIA black sites. At the time, President Bush denied they were tortured.
The United States does not torture. It's against our laws and it's against our values. I have not authorized it and I will not authorize it.
A former Gitmo defense attorney says these hearings would move much faster on the mainland.
Holding a trial in Cuba where none of the lawyers, none of the judges, the interpreters, the court personnel, none of them are stationed there.
Former President Obama pledged to close Gitmo. Congress blocked him at every turn, including transfers back to the United States to stand trial. Born in Kuwait, KSM went to a small college in North Carolina before turning to a life of terrorism, beginning in Afghanistan. In court this week, questions to the new judge appointed the case. With only 2 years on the bench, 1 day over the minimum required. The 7th judge assigned here at Gitmo. It cost the taxpayer $13 million a year to house each prisoner. 39 remain. Congressman Mike Waltz, a special forces officer in Afghanistan before being elected, says it's worth it.
We still need a capacity to detain these folks and detain these individuals and not put them in the United States.
Others doubt these cases will ever go to trial. Retired Lieutenant Colonel Donald Arias lost his brother on 9/11.
My blood pressure goes up, knowing that, Khalid Sheikh Mohammed still sucks air on planet Earth. This should have been disposed of years ago.
Brett, a few minutes ago, I spoke to a woman whose brother was killed in the North Tower. He was a captain with the fire department in New York. She says she wants to see justice done. She's not happy these hearings are dragging on so long. She wants to see justice served and those prisoners executed. Right now, there is still no trial date set. Brett?
Lucas Tomlinson live, Guantanamo Bay, Cuba. Lucas, thank you.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.